everybody, it's Joseph Dan, your Director of Agronomy. Just wanted to provide you all with a little bit of an update. LaBar is completely out of here, so we wound up kind of closing out earlier this week. They wrapped up with a few of the Fort Worth planting areas, which is what I'll kind of start off with. You'll notice some of those were removed, modified, and we kept some. So a lot of that rock that we removed, we put inside some of the creeks where we had erosion issues throughout the back 9 and some of these creeks. So we're gonna have a little bit more coastal in those areas, and we kind of removed the Fort Worth planting look with some of those rock areas. So they knocked that out, and they're just getting all their equipment out of here and heading on to their next project. Like I said last video, it has been a tremendous pleasure working with them. They've been awesome, and so kudos to them. And now it's on us, and we just need to get this thing ready to open. So 11 and 15 green, they are coming along much faster than I'd say the phase 1 and phase 2 did, probably mostly attributed to the weather. So they're about 85% coverage. We're gonna aerify those next week. We're just opening those holes up a little bit, and then we'll put a big 1.5 ton roller on them just to kind of slick them off and make them smooth. So we're really comfortable where those are. Those are kind of the timeline for us opening. So still looking good for early October at some point there. We're gonna try to specify a date so that everybody can kind of get it pinpointed on their calendars, and we don't want to drive it all the way down to the end of September. We do know that, but as stuff comes from a grass growing standpoint, you know, if it's going to just be ready, we want to make sure that we give that accurate date and don't move that around. So we're going to meet the board, and we'll kind of deliberate a little bit, and hopefully we'll have some information out about what that date would be. So, but again, we're probably a little bit further ahead than I thought, which is great news. We're starting to find ourselves working on some more detail stuff, installing landscape, working on some bunker edges, scalping those down a little bit so the ball rolls in, and really just trying to figure out what a normal day-to-day routine would be, getting the staff kind of acclimated. You got to think we've added a ton of new staff throughout this process, helping them understand, you know, where to go, when to stop, you know, where to drive, the detail stuff that impacts our interfacing with the membership is big for us. So really getting the golf course and our staff acclimated to opening the thing back up. We have to do our overseeding on the first phase for the ryegrass, so that'll be the west end of the range. That'll be all the par 3 tees on the golf course. We have to do our fescue overseeding in all of our shaded areas. We'll start cutting in our walkways through the coastal, and then in some of those areas, maybe from tee to tee where you have just straight coastal, if it's a little thin, we'll put down some annual rye. We're gonna start putting in Kafka paths. There's a lot of areas where you're gonna have to walk from the cart path to the tee box, or from the cart path to the green, and you'd have to walk through coastal. So we're gonna kind of weave all these little Kafka walking paths in throughout there, which I think is gonna give it a really cool look. And then from an agronomic standpoint with turf, you know, the verticutting and the aerifications and all the heavy top dressings, you know, we kind of winded down the tee and approach aerification this week. So it's time for us to kind of pull back and see what it looks like, and you know, what green speeds are going to be like, what firmness is going to be like, how the bunkers are going to play, how much we need to water those, do we need to let them get dry. We got to start dialing our thought process and for playability and not grow in. So I know we've gone through a ton as a membership and as a community. I just want to say how grateful our team is to be a part of a process, to see a community and a club that cares this much. And that was, quite frankly, from an agronomic standpoint and a golf course standpoint, in dire need of an improvement. We're grateful to be a part of it, and we really think that it's going to have a huge splash in the community and in the Fort Worth market and probably the state of Texas. So we're excited to get everybody out here, and just thank you for your patience and understanding as we've gone through this process. It's a living and breathing thing, so we're never going to be done. We'll hack areas down, we'll grow other areas up, we'll weed these areas, we'll kind of fine tooth comb as we go through the next few years. So again, thank you very much, and reach out if you need anything, but we're grateful and ready to get you guys out here.